So they made it out safe. I thought they would.
You love her, don't you?
Who are you asking? It could be both of them.
Of course, it's hopeless for the both of you. A sellsword from the fighting pits, a disgraced knight.
Does he always talk so much?
Jura di Andar.
Torgonudo.
Our queen ordered him exiled from city.
Our queen would be dead if not for him.
Sadreji, si eski murki inoneji bika vala.
Krubo. Niki pasa kisor udi drejo isa. Muna nia valirio mila pungili isa.
Miri punila.
Punila. Thank you.
The longer Daenerys is out there in the wilderness.
He's right. The dragon headed north. If we're going to find her, that's where we'll have to go.
We? You're a Lannister. The Queen intends to remove your family from power.
And I intend to help her do it. You betrayed her.
Careful now.
And she exiled you twice, I believe.
The second time, thanks to you.
Don't blame me for your crimes, Mormont.
Perhaps she feels differently about him now. Perhaps not. The only way we'll know is if we ask her.
Fine, fine. I suppose he can join us. Just as long as he promises not to kill me in my sleep.
If I ever kill you, your eyes will be wide open.
Forgive me, but why would we bring you?
I have fought. I don't claim to be a great warrior.
Are you good on a horse?
Middling.
So mainly you talk.
And drink. I've survived so far.
Which I respect. But you would not help us on this expedition. You want to prove your value to the Queen. Prove it right here, Marine.
He's a foreign dwarf that barely speaks the language. Why would the Marinese listen to him?
Only the Unsullied can keep the peace in Marine. If you leave, half this city will consume the other half.
And Missandei. Our Queen trusts no one more than Missandei. Certainly not me. The Queen's closest confidant, the commander of the Unsullied, and a foreign dwarf with a scarred face. Try not to ruin her. Looks like it's you and me, Joe, at the handle. Let's find some good horses. We have so much to talk about.
It's not awkward at all.
Hello, old friend.
Ooh.
I thought we were so happy together until you abandoned me.
I suppose there's no point asking how you found me.
The birds sing in the west, the birds sing in the east, if one knows how to listen. Information is the key. You need to learn your enemy's strengths and strategies. You need to learn which of your friends are not your friends.
If only I knew someone with a vast network of spies.
If only. Who could possibly have any experience managing such a massive, ungainly beast?
They're a good pair, them two.
Miss you.
Oh, I know.
We have to go home. Oh, my poor sweet thing. Does it hurt? We have to go home. Driven, can you take me back to Marine? My people need me.
Is he okay? Has he taken her to Valyria? Oh. Oh, well, there's dinner for Drogon. That's not Dothrakis, is it? Or is that Cersei?
Confess. Confess.
I have sinned. I see that now. How can I have been so blind for so long? I want to be clean again. I want absolution.
There are those that say your children were not fathered by King Robert, that they are bastards born of incest and adultery.
A lie. A lie from the lips of Stannis Baratheon. He wants the throne, but his brother's children stand in his way, so he claims they are not his brothers.
But these are terrible charges, and the realm must know the truth of them. If your grace has given honest testimony, your trial will prove your innocence.
I have confessed.
To a single sin. Others you have denied.
I bow to the wisdom of your High Holiness. I haven't seen my son.
In light of this, I will permit you to return to the Red Keep.
Thank you.
Mother is merciful. It is her you should thank.
I will. I swear it day and night.
No, you don't.
Am I free to go?
After your atonement.
My atonement?
I don't know what that is. Ah, shit.
She has confessed her sins and begged for forgiveness. She comes before you with a solemn heart, shorn of secrets, naked before the eyes of gods and men, to make her walk of atonement.
Ah, shit.
Shame. 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 Shame.
Oh, she's gonna have all of them killed, isn't she?
Shame. Cunt. Shame. Oh. Shame. Shame. Oh. Shame.
I'm a Lannister, suck me up!
I mean, it just really shows her, doesn't it, that, you know, she's a fucking nobody.
Shame. Shame.
The thing is, though, she's not gonna change, is she?
Come. We'll take you inside. I need to have a look at those feet.
Oh, is that the mountain?
Presenting the newest member of the King's Guard.
It's the mountain, isn't it?
He has sworn that he will not speak until all his grace's enemies are dead and the evil has been driven from the realm.
Who came to your aid? Stannis. Now he needs you.
We don't have enough men to make any
That's a bit
difference.
too late now,
Wildlings
isn't
will
it?
make a difference.
The Wildlings will never fight for Stannis. I told him before.
You saved their bloody lives. Chewing. The princess.
Lord Commander, it's one of the wildlings you brought back. Says he knows your Uncle Benjen. Says he's still alive.
I fucking knew it.
Man says he saw your uncle at Hard on the last full moon.
Could be lying.
Could be. There are ways to find out.
Where is he?
Over there. For the watch.
Oh no, what the fuck?
For the watch.
For the watch.
No, no. That's gotta be one of her dreams. What's her face? Okay, so that was the season 5 finale. I don't know what to think. Like, this is probably the weakest season finale so far. I think. Yeah, I don't know. There's a few things that just seems too predictable, and then there's some things it's just like, what the hell is going on? So I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, let's go through it. So we had the beginning with Stannis and his guys, and the priestess was like, oh yes, you could see sort of like the icicles melting, and it's like, oh well, the gods have listened to you and what have you. And yeah, it turned out that they hadn't, because like half the men had fled or left. And yeah, then one of the guys came and was like, you know, you need to, yeah. So they went, and yes, Elise, yes, he killed herself. Which I thought it was very predictable when the guy came. It was just a no-brainer, I think. It didn't shock me, because it just seems like, yeah, yes, she would have killed herself, because she was not right in her head to begin with. I mean, that's I think that was pretty clear. Like the first time we saw her, she had these like glass things with her dead babies in, and she's sort of been swallowed up by this like religion, this like light thing, and but when he came to it, she didn't want to see her daughter get killed, and she tried to save her, but she couldn't. And I think she sort of realized now, it's all for nothing. Like it's gone too far, and she couldn't deal with that, so she killed herself. So yeah, and that was obviously a blow for Stannis, and I think that's why he decided. Yeah, because the priestess just left, didn't she? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it would have been pretty clear that Stannis would have killed her then, had she stayed. Not only because, she lied, and, well, that's how coming across, isn't it? Like, half the men left, and yeah. So yeah, she left, and I think that's sort of like why Stannis decided to go. Well, he's got nothing to lose now, does he? His family's dead, and what he's been told was a lie. So he's like, well, I might as well go out and in a fight. So yeah, that's what he did. Then we went to Castle Black, and Sam and John having a conversation, and Sam was like, look. I need to leave. I need to take Gilly and the baby out of here, because really I am no use to you being here worrying about her. I'm not a fighter, I should be studying to be a maester, which I think makes sense. I think Sammy, he's become a lot more brave, but yeah, he's not a fighter. He is somebody who I think will be a good maester. So I can understand why he wanted to leave. Obviously he cares a lot for Gilly, doesn't he? So that was probably the main reason. But I can see, yeah, he's no use there. He needs to go and like study and take care of Gilly and the baby, I think. So I think that was the right move for Sam. And I think as well, yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm sort of thinking, because like I don't believe the ending is what it is, what we saw. I think that was like the priestess, like a premonition or something like that. So I don't even think if Sam had stayed, he would have been killed, because I don't believe that ending is I don't believe that. So yeah. Then we had Pod gathering wood and that, and he saw Stannis' army coming towards Winterfell. So he went to Brienne, and Brienne was just looking at the tower to see if the light was going to be switched on so she can go and save Sansa, and obviously get distracted by the fact that Stannis is on his way and she wants revenge for Renly. So had he just stayed a few more minutes, it's always the way it is, isn't it? So yeah, as you said, a few more minutes, she could have, she would have seen the light and that, but obviously she didn't. So yeah, Sansa obviously broke out of her prison and went and switched the light on. I thought she would have been able to sort of make an escape, sort of like Arya did in season 2, when all the Lannister fighters left. That would have been an easy escape, and I thought it would have been the same for Sansa here. Like, they've gone out to fight Stannis, so she could have sort of made her escape there, but clearly not. So yeah, obviously she went and was hoping, and she saw the fight out there, and yeah. And then obviously, yeah, we went to see Stannis, and a lot of his men were killed, and he fought a few guys, and yeah, he just sort of lay down against a tree, and then Brienne came, and yeah, she got her revenge on Renly, didn't she? Which is what she wanted. So yeah, good for her, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, Stannis is no more. Yeah. We had then Theon and Sansa sort of like trying to leave, and I can't remember her name now, but Ramsay's girlfriend was like, I'm threatening her basically, and Sansa, I think Sansa was like, you know what, if I'm gonna die, just kill me, I don't even care anymore, because he's gonna do worse to me than what you've been dying, I think. And the girl was just like, well, I'm not gonna kill you, he needs you to have children, have sons that can take over. So yeah, I'm not gonna kill you. And Sansa, I think she sort of decided her fate there, because all she was gonna do is gonna be around to make these kids, and that's not what she wants to do. So I think she's prepared to actually sacrifice herself. I think to make sure that didn't happen. And yeah, Theon finally snapped out of it, and yeah, he killed that girl. He pushed her over, and as soon as he did that, I think he realized that's it now. I'm a dead man, and I'm not going to be given for that. I'm protecting Sansa, which he probably shouldn't have done, and yeah, killed a girl. So he's a target now, and he realized that. So him and Sansa sort of tried to make their escape. So they jumped over the wall. I don't know. I don't believe any of these people are. Well, I don't know. Obviously we didn't see Sansa die, so I don't think she would have. I wonder if she's sort of like Bran in a way, because when Bran fell from the tower, he didn't die. So I wonder if like Sansa has that in common with Bran, that she can. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but maybe the snow is like so high that they wouldn't actually get injured. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll see next season, I guess. But I don't believe they're dead. There's no way. So what else did we have? Yeah, then we went over to Bravos with Meryn, sort of beating these young girls, an absolute sick bastard. And then obviously the last girls, he didn't winch or scream or anything, and he was like, what the hell's going on? So he had the other girls leave, and then, yeah, it turned out to be Arya, using one of the faces. I still don't get it, but yeah, she used one of the faces, and she managed to get her revenge on Meryn, which, good on her, especially this situation here where, yeah, he's just in a way like what's his face who died at who John executed. He's a big guy. With can kill little babies and this and that, but when it comes to real fighting and that, just a coward. And I think it's actually exactly the same with Meryn. He's quite happy to beat young girls and kids and that. But I'm glad she got her revenge there. But then she went to put the face back in its place, and then obviously Jaqen came, and yeah, he wasn't happy with her, and I don't know, she saw her own face like dead or something, and then I think he like made her blind or something. I don't know if that was like punishment for not killing the right guy. I don't get it. It's so weird. Like her storyline now, I just don't get it, and I'm not that invested in it either. Which is a shame, because Arya's up until this season been like one of my favorite characters. So yeah. So yeah, obviously it looks like she's blind now, so I don't know what's gonna happen. And then we went over to Dawn, and obviously Marcella leaving with Jamie, and then Ilaria kissing her, which was obviously weird. But yeah, we saw them on the ship, and Jamie, was sort of trying to. He had a really good-hearted moment with her. He had these sort of like confession. He had this confession he had to make, and she knew all along that he was her father, and I think that was a big relief for him. He loves his kids, obviously, and having been accepted by his daughter was that was important to him, and you can just see the relief until she started bleeding out of her nose, and obviously, yeah, I think she's dead. If not, she will die. And again, like this Ilaria thing, I don't get it. I don't get her character and her daughters. It's just like with the Arya storyline, I'm not invested in it, and I just think it's stupid. But that's just me. You might think differently, and I'm probably gonna get some comments about it. But that's how I feel, and it's an honest reaction, and yeah, that's just how it is. So then we went over to Marine with Tyrion, Jorah, Grey Worm, and Dario and Missandei. I think that's how you say her name, sort of arguing about what to do, and they all wanted to go and find Dany and bring her back, and they were arguing about, well, you shouldn't go because of this, and you shouldn't go because of that, and blah 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 blah, and yeah, in the end, it was Jorah and Daria who went, and Tyrion was staying behind with Grey Worm, because Grey Worm, his the Unsullied are the ones who could like keep people under control, I think, and yeah, Tyrion can just basically talk himself out of anything, can he? So yeah, they had to stay behind, which was quite good. And Tyrion was like trying to, yeah, well, I'm not a great fighter, but I can do some things and what have you. But yeah, they weren't having it. So we had Tyrion, standing there outside, and then Varys came, and which was quite nice, because we haven't seen him in quite a few episodes, so it's nice to see him back on Tyrion's side. So I can't wait to see what these two are going to get up to. Yeah, I love their partnership. They've become very close, and yeah, I think their relationship is probably one of my favorite. That and Brienne and Pod's. Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen there. So yeah, we sort of had Dany and Drogon. She was sort of trying to convince Drogon to take her back, but Drogon is quite weak, and yeah, yeah, he needs to feed and recover. And she was trying to convince him that you need to take me back, but obviously he wasn't going to. So she sort of went out. I don't know whether she sort of went out to try and find food or something like that, but she saw all these people on horses and coming around, and from what it looked like Dothrakis, because they were obviously the horsemen, and so like the way they were dressed as well sort of seemed a bit Dothraki style type thing. So it's just whether because she dropped her ring, didn't she? As soon as she saw them, she was like, dumped the ring. So I don't know whether they would still be on her side, because there was one of the guys, the one that I think it was Jorah who killed him. As soon as Drogo died, he was like, "We don't want you around," and that he wanted to kill her. But yeah, I don't know if they would still be on her side, because if they are still on her side, that's quite an army she's got there to control Marine. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think that was definitely Dothraki's. Yeah. But you can just hope. You just hope that they're still on her side. That Drogo was such a big character that they will still respect that. But we'll see what happens there. But it's definitely interesting, that storyline there. So we had Cersei sort of asking for forgiveness and confessing her sins, and she had to do this walk down naked, and they cut her hair as well. Yeah, to humiliate her basically. I sort of got mixed feelings about it, because you don't want to see that happen to anybody, but then again, Cersei would have enjoyed it had it been anybody else. She would have taken great pleasure in seeing somebody being put in that situation. So unfortunately, I mean, she did sort of cry and broke down in the end, but I don't think she would have learned from that. I mean, obviously the people, I think it was, she saw that the people hate her. That was pretty clear. They had no respect for her at all. And I think good leaders and that would have learned from that. What can we do to make that better? And, how have we been treating people? But I don't think Cersei's going to learn from that now that the mountain has come back like Frankenstein's monster style. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Cersei's gonna learn from it. She's probably gonna want her revenge, both on the High Sparrow and his men, and the people of King's Landing. So yeah, they've got some. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but yeah, I don't think it's looking good for King's Landing at the moment. But maybe she would have learned something, but I doubt it. Then we had Davos, the priestess, coming to Castle Black, and Davos obviously being there. He's trying to convince Jon to go and help Stannis, which is obviously too late now. And then obviously the priestess showing up and just basically confirming that yeah, Shireen yeah, she's yeah, because yeah, obviously she knows Shireen is dead, and I think she knew as well Selyse was dead as well. So yeah, it's yeah. So yeah, she obviously fled to. Yeah, I don't know what she's gonna be doing now. Because obviously she's shown a weakness, and you know all of these predictions she's had are not true. So she's just either very delusional or she's got some sort of other plan. I don't know, but we'll see. But I don't think Davos is gonna be happy about that. So obviously, John's found out that you know Stannis, yeah, he's kind of lost it, hasn't he? And there's nobody there really to fight for, I suppose, what Jon would consider good. There's nobody there to fight with him and the wildlings to keep the White Walkers at bay. So that's a big blow, isn't it? Like, yeah, I think everybody's screwed now, aren't they? But yeah, and then we had sort of in the end that, and I really thought that somebody knew Benjen, because he is alive. I know he is. There's no way they would have just left that in the season 1 as, oh yeah, he's no more. I don't believe that for a second. I think he's got quite a big I think he's got quite an important role, and I think it's got something to do with Bran. So yeah, they're sort of lied to, and I'm really annoyed. They sort of lied to Jon, and oh yeah, this guy who knows Benjen, you know, he's over there, and then it was like, yeah, traitor, and yeah, then they were just basically stabbing him. I don't believe. Or maybe they did. Maybe they did kill him, but because I sort of saw like, there's no way Jon is dead. But then I'm like, it could be a prediction that the priestess had, because she get these like weird predictions, doesn't she? But then, like with the mountain, because and then the guy, the Brotherhood of whatever they called, he'd been brought back, hadn't he, by them light religion. So maybe Jon is dead, and they can just bring him back, like they could with, I can't remember his name, but yeah, and then the mountain, maybe, I don't know, but I don't know. But I think that's obviously like a cliffhanger, like what's gonna happen to Jon. I don't believe that's the end of Jon. There's no way. There's no way that's the end. Like, because if he's not there, then what's gonna happen now with the White Walkers? Like, who's gonna be fighting? I don't believe that. No, there's no freaking way he's gone. There's no way. I don't believe that. So yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this episode. Yeah, I can't explain it, but I don't know. It's because I'm disappointed that there wasn't like this big battle at Winterfell, or whether it was just too many things going on. It was a little bit too predictable in some places, and then just too out there in others. I don't know, but let me know what you think. And I'm hoping I'm not the only one who's felt this way about this episode. Yeah. So my top 5. Number 1 is Theon. I like the fact that he's finally snapped out of it, and he's done what he did the right thing. He protected Sansa, so he's put his own life in danger to protect her, and he definitely owes her that. So yeah, I love that. He's back on track now, I think. So yeah, he's my number 1, which is probably a weird number 1, but that's how I feel. Number 2 is Dany. Again, she's there, trying to make sure Drogon is all right, and she had quite a journey as well, and I think in the end, being reunited maybe with the Dothrakis, that's going to be very interesting, and yeah, I'm really there's a few seasons where I was like, I'm not invested. I don't like who she's become, but obviously she's been through a journey as well, and she's grown so much that, yeah, her storyline is probably one of my favorites now. Definitely, yeah. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, she's my number 2. Number 3, Sansa. I love the fact that she was like, in a way, I'd rather die than having to be locked up again and being treated the way I have, and she basically took a stand for herself, and I respect that. Whether it's right or wrong, she made that decision. So yeah, I respect that. So she's my number 3. Number 4 is Varys. I just love the fact that he's back, and he's going to be there to advise Tyrion, and them two are going to be quite the pair, aren't they? So yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen there. So it's good to see him back. I've really missed him. So yeah, my number 5 is Jamie. I thought his heart to heart with his daughter was quite touching, and he's definitely, I think he's a misunderstood character in a lot of ways, and he's been battling with his demons, and yeah, it was really good to see him having this kind of moment of sort of belief that he's been accepted for who he is and how he feels about his sister and the kids. So yeah, that was quite sweet. The bottom, number 1 is the priestess. She cowered out, didn't she, if that's a word. She left Stannis because she basically messed up, didn't she? And then she fled. So yeah, I have no respect for that. She's my number 1. Number 2 is Stannis. Again, this is the consequences of his actions. He killed his daughter in a desperate move well, he's been led to believe the priestess stories and her predictions, and the God of Light is all true, and it's clearly not. And I think she's just very delusional. I don't think she's necessarily lying. I think she just believes what she's seeing. And Stannis bought into that, and that's resulted in his daughter and now his wife dead, and men fled, and he still wants to go ahead and fight at Winterfell, killing the rest of his men, putting his men in that kind of danger. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, Stan is my number 2. Number 3 is Arya. Again, I just don't get the storyline. I'm not invested in it. It's just like, yeah, whatever, just get over it. I don't care about it. But yeah, she's a very unlikable character, even more so than a lot of other undesirable characters. But yeah, I just don't see the point of it. So yeah, she's my number 3. Number 4 is the High Sparrow. Again, it's who is he to judge, kind of thing, and make these sort of decisions. It's just weird. I don't get it. It's weird, it's, yeah. But I suppose in a way, like, Cersei is getting what's coming to her. She's put him in a powerful position, and he's basically screwed her over. So I don't know. It's very weird. I think it's yeah, I don't know. And then yeah, number 5 is Thorn. If it is what happened, yeah, obviously betraying the Lord Commander. Yeah, it's no, that's it's a no-go, isn't it? Like, you can disagree with somebody, but to kill a Lord Commander is no. So yeah, yeah, that was my top and bottom. The title is Mother's Mercy, I think it was. Yeah, I don't get that title. I don't really know. I don't know what it has to do with the episode. If it's been like a mother's revenge or something like that, it would have made more sense. But I don't know. I suppose there was a few mothers in this episode. Like you had Dany, Mother of Dragons, sort of yeah, I don't know, and then Cersei and Ilaria. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the title really means anything. Let me know what you think. But yeah, again, it was just kind of a disappointing season finale. It didn't leave me like on a high like it has on the other seasons. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here and sort of start preparing the season 5 extras. So yeah, if you have any questions regarding Game of Thrones and that, just put them down below, and I'll go through them and answering them in the extras. And I just want to thank you guys for supporting me and watching my reactions. And yeah, it really means a lot to be able to share that and you guys commenting on it. So yeah, I think that being said, guys, I'm gonna stop here, and I will see you in the season extras.